Welcome to the Agents of the Roundtable Wiki Community AMA. Every Monday at 7 p.m. UTC, we discuss Secret Network and its applications with guests from all around the network. This is an audio recording of the AMA. We hope you enjoy.
Welcome to welcome to the Agents of the Roundtable, the Secret Network weekly AMA. We've got a very special guest for today. So be ready with your questions and keep your ear for the real alfalfa going on the Secret Network and in all the world of blockchain, because this is Oscar, the lead of Altermail, which is a private messaging decentralized application. That's right. You can actually send a message like email to somebody else, and it's built on privacy. No one else can see it. That message is stored, decentralized, secure. There is no intermediary that can intercept and read your message. Your keys, your message. But it goes beyond that. And I guess thank you for taking the time, Oscar. Why don't you talk a little bit about you're stumbling into Secret Network and recognizing what you could do with privacy and what you guys are building out. Kind of introduce yourself and talk about the value that you're continuing to bring.
Hey, thanks. Thank you again, Lucas, for having me here, and definitely thank you again for your support. Definitely also, I'm super thankful for any Secret Networks supporter and also early adopters of the product itself. What we're trying to achieve is actually a replacement for our communications that we're currently using on a day-to-day basis. I mean, we have seen that emails, they haven't been challenged for like 30 years in the past decades. I mean, the technology is old, and also the security levels and the struggles, and we know that there's been so many cases, legal ones and compliance in regards of like emailing. We understand also about the possibilities of having non-encrypted applications like Discord or Slack that has been using for like millions of people. And I mean, I think there's a breakout point that we need to take ourselves and start innovating. And also we need to innovate not only on DeFi, not only on ultimate market makers, gaming, but it also includes how we communicate with each other. And that kind of like vision started from myself to look into more of the security and privacy that those applications don't just offer us, especially when we see like how their business is set up in a way that you're actually the data. And that's like the first stepping stone of Alter, that we don't want to take your data. We actually want to give you opportunity to be secure and private and utilize the part of cryptography, and also involving smart contracts, especially Secret Networks one, because they are private by default, and also gives us the flexibility on building this application together with Secret Network. And at the moment, we see that there's a huge demand in other projects that they're looking for a secure and private messenger, and as well to replace their emails. And I guess we saw the market opportunity as well and demands. And now it's just, I think, the execution, learning from mistakes, and also coping with the market demands at the same time, and bringing so-called great user interface with experience that people have been so complimented by other apps that we need to step up our game at any given moment. And definitely we will have a huge feature update later this week.
Oh, that's exciting. Well, I'll make sure I stay on top of that. You mentioned private, secure communication, with all the things going on in the world today, we can definitely see a need for allowing people to share information and spread information from one part of the world to another without worry about interception or security. And this is something that can really do a lot of good for the world right now in these times. I can see on different levels. That's an aside. I also wanted to kind of mention and ask about, maybe this is part of the information you're going to share in the future, but one of the things that allowed me to learn about your project, because my bias is I have a small YouTube channel that we do education outreach on blockchain and crypto. And because of the innovation on secret network and privacy, we hone in on those updates. And I found out about you through your early support of secret NFTs. And we were really big into this idea that NFTs could have private metadata, which doesn't exist on any public blockchain, any EVM chain. And you guys early on through Ample Agents and others I saw after that, you've been very inclusive. You've been very open to different artists and different NFT communities, really trying to allow as many people as you can to have access to Alter IDs and memberships, even your lifetime membership. So could you talk a little bit about your how that who was behind that, or how you figured out the secret NFT side of things as well, and that became a big part, because I really love what you guys have done. And do you have plans to continue to do a lot of support through secret NFTs?
Yeah, I think the NFTs kind of unveiled our great opportunity that we internally in team discussed also a lot with Scott, and we understood that there's a potential collaboration and a unique one, that basically you just don't get the NFT, but also you get another dApps access. And I think that should be the future of NFTs, and perhaps even more. And definitely the secret network kind of enables that we can add the private metadata and access to the profiles. And we're gonna definitely continue with any project on secret network that is creating a unique or solid NFT project, and perhaps wants to collaborate with Alter. We are more than open to any proposals, and we want to make sure that the people who mints NFT, they have hears about Alter for the first time. So that's like a unique way of also attracting additional users, and as well gives the utility of the NFT itself. And I think what we want to step up the game is that perhaps hopefully by end of April we'll manage to somehow collaborate with Stash more, in a way that any NFT project that would like just to add Alter IDs to their NFTs, they could easily do it. And also to create those unique chats and channels for their NFT holders, because since we're launching new features by this Thursday, we're also gonna add these opportunities. So basically, for example, Ample Agents, they will have their own unique chat group with all the NFT owners, and definitely we're gonna integrate with the Vault verification of holding that particular NFT, so we can automatically join to their chat groups. So that's like kind of our vision to the NFT side of Secret Network.
That's huge. That's huge news. I'm just going to repeat it because I know you're building so much, and you just said that with such a great, just monotone voice. But man, I'm excited about that. So for all the NFT developers out there, if you got an idea of building a community for yourself, you may be able to immediately integrate Alter right through Stash, which is the premium NFT marketplace for Secret Network. That's huge. And special communities and groups for NFTs or others. I can see in the future, you guys, if people want to have an exclusive group, that they can create a way in which they can have a chat room or a messaging service dedicated to that small group that are part of that club. And I really love how you're allowing that exclusivity, whether through NFTs or not, and also to have access to this private messaging that you're building out, a full suite, not just email, but some sort of chat in the future as well. So, and in the moment, people can just reach out to you if they're building right now and it's not on Stash. Just reach out, and you're happy to help strengthen their community with Alter memberships.
Yeah, great. Thanks. And definitely, I think the new features that we're gonna add by end of this week, we're gonna rapidly enhance them. So basically, the chats that you're currently gonna have is that you can create a chat one by one person, like peer-to-peer communication in chat way. And second, people will be able to create the groups, so you can replace already some of the groups that you're kind of using with Alter, and also name the group, also assign the ownership admin, and we're gonna kind of replicate all the features along the way in quarter two, so people can easily manage those chats as well. Um, and definitely add all avatars, add links, also to pin messages, everything that will be coming in as an enhancement to the first version of the chats. What we want to bring is utility, a lot of that for the product to kind of replace your day-to-day, for example, G Suite or Microsoft Teams. Those things are kind of giving you such an easy use experience. We kind of want to replicate that on Alter as well, so people can use it for a lot of things. Because I know that families and also companies and groups, they're seeking actually for some alternatives. And of course, taking into consideration that there's so much development work that is needed for such a huge project, it also takes time. So we cannot deliver like instantly everything, but on working day to day, and also hard work is behind the closed doors that people don't see. And I think the mass adoption will be at the breaking point when people are going to see also in mobile apps. So we're also currently working on the mobile app versions. So as we can see, a lot of those applications for chatting and messaging is connected with mobile usage at the moment. Of course, you can use through the web browser also Alter because it is compatible, but I think it's more easier if you just can download from Google Play Store or Apple Store your Alter application.
That's huge. That's going to allow for more adoption. Um, so I'm just kind of thinking about, I look at other projects in crypto, and where else do you see projects developing this much utility already? I mean, what you already have built, but you're talking about building a full G Suite chat as well, not just email services and more. And you just don't see this anywhere else in crypto. And if people want to support projects that are actually innovating, building useful applications, I mean, I think anyone could think of the usefulness of email. Like, wow, I use email. Wow, wouldn't it be great if it wasn't all stored on a Google server, and all of my emails weren't subject to that system, and I could take advantage of crypto and blockchain technology. Oh, and privacy from Secret Network. And they've got more than email. Wow, what else is over here? You mentioned companies, corporations spend a lot of money on private communication services and other things. So this is more than just something that people can value for themselves and see, at what cost it is for them to have this security. But this is something that anyone has equal and access to, no matter what they would like to use it for in life. Now, let's say people want to support you, because I'm all about being a part of projects early, finding them and finding ways to help be a part of that growth early, because the earlier you are, the more you can often benefit from the journey. How can people support you guys right now if they're like, whoa, private messaging on the blockchain? I want to be a part of this, and I want to be a part of the growth. You guys recently launched a token, right? That people can actually use on top of, you have a validator service. You guys have done a lot on the network. So there are a few ways that you can be supported. Is that right?
Yeah, correct. In regards to token itself, we also recently launched subscription payments in Alter. That took time since it is based on SNP20. So that means every transaction that is done with Alter token is private by default. And what we have adopted now is that you can pay with Alter. What we're gonna do more in the future is adopt the utility of the Alter token inside the product itself. So first step in the nearest future will be gonna assign the discount if you pay with Alter token. That's like the first step towards the so-called bigger advantage, and also you need to use an Alter if you want to have the discount. The next step is, of course, for additional features like additional storage, access to calls, conferences, increase the capabilities, file management, and also to support the project. You can definitely either to buy Alter and pay with Alter token, and have 1 year subscription. It ain't much. It is only $25 at the moment per year. So that means it's less than 3 days coffee or 4 days coffee if you're going to cafeteria to drink. And as well, we have launched validators on Secret Network as the first one, and also Juno. And now we have launched the persistence chains validator. We're gonna launch the announcement during this week about persistence. Why we are kind of launching our own validators or partnering up with someone is because we want to have a stake and access Alter for free. So that means people don't need to be bothered with subscription payments as well. And anyone who is staking, they can stake X amount of the particular chain's token to access the Alter for free, and always can forget about it. So, and then of course our validator would take the so-called revenue side to maintain the service from the commissions that is set, but still you're earning some staking rewards for the same validation staking. So yeah. And of course, you can support us by joining our Discord. You can join our Telegram, follow our Twitter. We're gonna also finish our revenue sharing model. It might be rewarded in something else, but the idea would be the same, that people who are either participating in staking or providing liquidity or being as affiliate or referral programs agent in Alter will be taking part actually of the so-called revenue that we're bringing in from the adoption of the product itself.
Okay, and I just want to go back to what you said earlier, because I'm kind of hung up on a massive cross-chain IBC airdrop to stakers on your validator. Are you basically saying that in the future it may be to where anyone who's staking on Persistence or Juno or Secret, if they're staking X amount, they may qualify for a free membership without having to purchase something? So we're talking about an airdrop instead of a massive cross-chain airdrop of tokens. We're talking about a massive cross-chain airdrop of a membership of utility for a service and application. That's kind of a big deal, and you're exposing large communities on Persistence or Juno that have no idea about maybe Secret Network or certain applications built. So that's a very, very innovative way. I mean, that's a very cool way to help grow the community and the application. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say airdrop. So basically, what we kind of asking is to stake X amount of that particular chain token. We're gonna be also announcing once the stake and access feature gonna be up, people will be then able to understand like what particular amount of that particular token you need to stake at our validator to access Alter for free, and that kind of enables you to use Alter for free as long as you stake that particular amount of tokens at our validator.
I dig it. That's awesome. That's awesome. It's I was stretching airdrop, but yeah, you get it for free. But we can take it away from you if you don't want to stake with us. So it's that kind of you get it for
Yeah,
free so long. It's an airdrop with an asterisk. Let's just talk about it. It's the amazing massive cross-chain IBC airdrop with an asterisk. So come on, people, you got to keep supporting it if you want those benefits. Um, that's awesome though. This is very cool. I mean, still, you mentioned, I mean, you really have a lot. You've already delivered a lot from someone who's out there in blockchain and messing around on different applications. You guys already have delivered a lot, and in a short time, you continue to deliver more. So, this is exciting, and as well as your support of the IBC and going beyond secret and finding ways to reach people and other members, other blockchains. That's awesome. I love that.
I think we're gonna deliver by a lot in Q2 because finally in the last like 3 weeks we have onboarded two new senior developers. So they have finally kind of walked into the team. And definitely also our CTO today confirmed that the streamline of development will be much more better in terms of speed, and also we're gonna stick with the roadmap definitely, and hopefully we're gonna bring more in time, and we have also kickstarted with the iOS team as well, because what we want really to bring is more utility to the product itself, and also kind of to have easily access and also onboard people. So hopefully that will be done in Q2 a lot, and we are just seeking for any support and collaboration. At the moment, we are collaborating with a lot of IBC people because we want to bring the presence to the Alter token, also to Alter product itself, um, to know about more about platform, and also to have educational video that is simply to understand what is Alter about. And we are also working towards a new website so people can easily understand the Alter features, why it's needed, how you can get it, also about Alter token and the future of it. And definitely anyone can take part as early as they can. And also we'll have the feedback sessions also set in with any kind of user. And what can I tell from my end? I mean, we've been working towards the idea of how we can mass adopt, and definitely it will include a lot of benefits for Alter users. We're kind of working on some alpha that we might release soon in regards of every single Alter user. So if you don't have an account, I would suggest to get one.
All right, I like that. That's we talk about participation rewards in the IBC all the time, whether it's voting on governance, staking, and actually being a part of the network often rewards people in the future. So that's awesome, Alfalfa, right there. And I'll make sure that we are a part of helping spread that message. But if you would like to expose yourself to possible benefits and rewards coming through Alter, it would behoove you to get a membership and send a message. I think I'll do a video on that, and I'll put my ID out there and say, why don't you send me a message? I might even send you a little gift in return. So we'll see. Because
Why don't you create a chat group, and definitely that would be really awesome. Perhaps Scott, you could bit speak about the partners that will definitely have a chat group.
Why don't I? I would like to. The answer is yes. Scott, why don't Scott, will you help this 40-year-old Gen Xer fumble his way through an altered chat group? Come on, throw me a bone here.
Yeah, of course. We spoke I guess a little bit ago about setting up a chat room for you. So we're working up a banner for you so you can advertise. That'll include your Ample agent with the Wise Beyond Bitcoin logo that you use now. So we got that
Yeah,
going for you. And we'll have maybe 20, 25 chats launching throughout the secret network. So kind of like secret network, general chat. Yeah, the kind of the ship posting, Discord, price chat discussion group. We'll be launching one. Sentinel, OmniFlix,
Do
a
we get
few
a
other.
secret agent?
I'm sorry.
Do we get a secret agency chat? Is that possible? Also,
Yeah, I think some IGC groups will be launching some. Jackal, Data Vault, yeah, all the cool kids are launching them on Thursday. So stay tuned.
that's so cool. I'm excited. I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited to be a part of it. These are awesome times. Definitely a huge part of the shockwave. Secret Network has just had so many amazing developments happening in the last several months, last year, and it just continues to like a snowball avalanche. It just picks up steam and gets more and more. And y'all are a major part of it. So thank you very much for helping and your patience, because I know I do ask questions over and over again. I probably will continue to ask them over and over again, but you do make things easy for those listening. If I can figure things out, you sure can figure things out. And they have made it easy, where if you've figured out how to have a Web 3.0 wallet and you've got a private address and a public key, well, you've got what it takes to be a member and join the community. And I will link my Alter ID in the chat room when we wrap this up. And feel free to send me a message, and I will have a video out, a tutorial on how people can get involved, just to update people again, because I want to help as many people be a part of this and help you grow as possible. You're a project that I'm grateful to be a part. It's one of the reasons I got into blockchain and crypto was Ryan. I know I can speak for him on this too, though he's not here. It's from our economic backgrounds to see what is going to change about the market, what's going to change about the economy, how's blockchain going to make the world different. And this is what we're talking about: changing communication, changing the way we store information in more decentralized, secure ways and in privacy, and the utility of chat rooms or sending messages. I mean, to me, this is really, it is some of the most beyond DeFi. It is some of the most cutting edge applications in all of blockchain, beyond Secret Network or the IBC, really in all of blockchain. I would love to, I mean, please drop in the comments or let me know other things, but beyond forks and copies of DeFi protocols, what else is there? I mean, you got Jackal down. These are good times.
Yeah, we're going to be also supporting Jackal with a full node from other side, and as well integrate Jackals as soon as possible. And definitely what I wanted to drop some alpha is that there's a new chain coming up on Cosmos, and we're going to be one of the lead partners for offering any kind of like the application that's built on that particular chain to add Alter as communication for the dApp. And it is also connected to gaming, it is connected to NFTs, and it's also connected to different other apps that are supporting the gaming. So some huge news going to be hopefully dropping next week, if not then a bit later. So you're just kind of getting confirmation.
That is huge, brother. That's awesome. Congratulations, man. I don't have enough room on this notepad. I'm just gonna have to go back and listen to this. There's a lot of alfalfa. There's a lot of development. You guys are doing so much, but that'll be an exciting announcement, and to see pop up on the map of zones, a new blockchain popping up on the map of zones, that dApps built on this blockchain can come equipped with Alter features. I mean that will have a lot of draw, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's for sure.
At this point, if you have anything in particular that you've shared so much, I feel like you've shared so much. If there's anything else you want to share, Oscar, please feel free. I at this point would like to say if there is anyone out in the audience, anyone listening, feel free to unmute and ask a question. It's very interactive. It's an AMA, and it's not me. It's ask him. It's an AHA. Ask him anything. So you can talk directly to Oscar, and no intermediaries here. Feel free to speak your piece, or forever hold it. No, just kidding. You got all the time in the world.
No, there isn't anybody in the audience.
There isn't
Kidding.
any.
Perhaps Craig wants to ask something.
Craig join. Craig stop. Craig ask.
Craig is
Hey, do you have anything to say, brother? Do you have anything you'd like to add? Draconora? How to say Draconora? I always want to pronounce your Draconora name. How do you say it?
Yeah, it's just Drakenor. Like, I mean, you can call it whatever. You can say whatever the fuck you want. But I mean, I'm just waiting to see if anybody else has like an actual question first before I like ask a really dumb one, I guess.
I guess no. Thank you, guys. It was really a pleasure to speaking with you guys, and thank you again, Lucas, for all the support. And definitely, I would like to get on your podcast someday.
Oh man, we'll do a special one soon because we actually been so busy. My buddy Ryan, he's got a wife and a child, and I've been kind of full-time caretaking behind the scenes. Actually, everyone's got their personal lives as well. So, in your timing where you live, we had our live stream set for 8 to 9, but we haven't done streams in a couple weeks. So we're liberal, we're flexible. I have no problem setting a time with you at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. our time. That's not a big deal for us. And let's do it. Let's do it in the next, like, I'll send you a message, but in the next like 7-10 days, after you get a lot of this information out there, maybe after you get some stuff done. But if you've got time in the next week or so, next week or two, I'd be happy to. I'd love to.
Yeah, next week works pretty nice, so we can then book a time and let's do it.
Awesome,
Let's
brother.
do a review on how to create a chat group online. So
Oh, also, I was curious. So a couple questions you may have already answered since I just joined at 5:16. Are you guys able to at some point? I'm not sure if this is a feature you guys are already looking at, or if it's even possible, or whatever, to include like if you were to, like, first of all, can you do calls through Alta at any point? You guys looking
yeah,
to do that? Okay,
yeah, thanks. We are currently looking at two possible integrations, either to use Jitsi, because Jitsi I think was also integrated into Brave browser. And then there's another project that is kind of claiming on Web3 based build. It's called Huddle 01. So basically, we are kind of also seeing some possible collaboration, and perhaps we could go with them to integrate because they have the so-called recordings, and they are using, I think, Filecoin to store the video recordings and audio recordings, and as well kind of to present NFTs as your avatar on the video call. So I think that's really awesome. I think they just support the Ethereum, or aka the MetaMask wallet NFTs instead of Stash, but we can ask them if they want to kind of integrate also Kepa wallet.
Yeah. I was. Do you have a link to that? Those two, that you mentioned, just because I'm curious to check them out as like a
for sure.
Yeah. And would that include video calls?
Yeah, correct. Yes.
Cool. Yeah, because I was kind of wondering, kind of like how far Alter can scale, I guess. Like long term, do you guys have any super apparent like scalability limitations?
I think no, we have found some innovations in regards of the gas, and then we have also found a way how we can utilize more of the smart contracts that we are currently planning and putting into backlog. And definitely, we want to integrate as much as we can from the smart contract side to utilize. And
Yeah.
second thing, we are looking forward from the Akash network to use them as a hybrid version of hosting everything there because currently they're kind of upgrading their service, and I think once they're gonna do the upgrade and deploy it to the production, that's a really big stepping stone for us to be confident that the service that you're gonna be using will be always available, almost 99.9%, because at the moment we cannot tell that Akash network would be delivering that, but of course we are pivoting towards the Akash network definitely in quarter two, as we are waiting for their major upgrades. As for limitations, no, we have identified what are the limitations, and we have already been processing them on our like architecture and also backend side. And I think also Signeto has done a lot of work in the recent 2 weeks in developing, upgrading the chain itself, and also what they're gonna implement in the near future too. So that kind of enables us the trustworthy to the network itself. But yeah, in regards like of features, limitations, no. I guess we can innovate and also pivot in any kind of way. For example, Scott also brought up one thing, and also I did check with other projects that, for example, the newsletters that projects are using to send
Oh yeah,
out, for
newsletters
example,
would be good.
from Mailchimp, then Mailchimp doesn't support crypto projects, and
Really?
no, also other yeah. So basically, there's this so-called breakout that the content that's connected to that specific sector might be either the profile will be blocked or within a certain time, definitely something will bad happen to you. So
Annoying.
we really want to kind of also support. So in a way, we're gonna have that mini feature too available for like validator announcements, or you can sign up with your Alter ID to any kind of like newsletter that you want to receive, and that will never be kind of resold or re-given to other projects because we'll work in a setup that you'll need to enable that particular newsletter to be received. So that means that your ID will never be exploited in a way that you're gonna be randomly
Never.
receiving newsletters, because at the moment what people are suffering from email side is that if they sign up somewhere, you're gonna receive like a massive newsletters from different other projects, and yeah, that kind of spams your email a lot and also gives away your so-called privacy just because they know your email and you're receiving that message.
Yeah, you kind of open the floodgates on current email platforms versus like being able to choose or to choose who comes kind of who can access your email or send you things. I think that's really, I was gonna say one thing that I know people pay a lot of or starting to pay a lot more money for, which it kind of sounds like you guys are thinking along the lines of in terms of with like with the newsletter concept, is that is like curated content in the sense of like being able to cut out the noise, and in its own way being able to choose
Mhm.
what enters your inbox is the same thing, because you're like allowing platforms to get through. So I think that's really cool. If
Uh,
people start using that, I'd love to receive the Milk Road through Alter instead of like go like, I don't know, have to go into the promotions tab of Gmail because it wouldn't categorize it anywhere else, and then like have to scroll through the rest of the spam in my inbox. Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I think also like a nice utility would be that some investor who is like experienced and wants to share some alpha with his investments, and he wants to kind of choose his own group and create like a private group chat and also create a newsletter for them. I think that's a really nice way of utility of Alter once that mini feature going to be added that he can kind of send out really nicely and privately the newsletter update on the investments or project that he's kind of bullish on, or he's just informing that some other projects are not performing well. So yeah, I think it's just point of like adoption and certain cases that we can present. And Alter is also planning to collaborate with a lot of journalists to use Alter between themselves as a nice use case, because we know how journalists are being targeted by either politicians
Everybody.
yeah. So they're still using actually either Telegram or email. So yeah, that would be the best way to kind of handle your privacy, especially when Telegram raised 1 billion recently.
I mean, I think it's I mean, look, Telegram's UI isn't great. It's alright. Actually, maybe UX is the better way to put it. Like, it doesn't feel like when I open Alter as a website, it genuinely like looks like I'd be able to use that more like intuitively, or it's like less painful to navigate through than Telegram. Although Telegram is great in its own ways. I don't know. That sounds really cool. Yeah, I mean, in the end, it's gonna just come down through where can you break through into the market, right? That's the problem.
I will say, speaking of where can you break through the market, we've talked so much about their innovation and messaging and their applications and chat and all these features being built out. But for the degens, for the DeFi degens out there that are just like, well, I'm looking for a crypto that I think will appreciate in time, and this sounds like one that will, and I just want to see what can I do on the DeFi side. I know that Secret Swap has an infinity pool where people can stake CFI token and earn Alter token. That you also can stake Alter token right now on Secret Swap directly. Isn't there a single-sided Alter staking pool on Secret Swap? I believe that there is.
Yes, there is, correct. You can stake Alter to get more, and as well we have 2 liquidity pools that you can get a lot of CFI as a reward. As we know, the Hydro platform is being announced and also being built at the moment, and they will give out some huge advantage for CFI holders as well. I think it's really nice way how you can grasp more CFI rewards as well, since the APRs I think is over 130% on either Alter Secret or Alter USDC pair on Secret Swap. And we are finalizing the liquidity pool rewards as well for Sienna network. So you will be able to provide liquidity with Alter and Sienna token to earn rewards, and another pair as well will be announced.
That's huge. We just did a video on Hydro Finance, and that's going to be a beautiful upgrade to Secret Swap. But that's good to know, because there are many ways that people can not just support you directly, the protocol, but also to be ready for mass adoption and to be a part of the DeFi growth. Decentralized finance is all about everyone pitching in through their own wallets in a decentralized manner and forming liquidity, building that pool of liquidity that other people can use to come in and out of. And we're definitely early on a lot of these projects. So there are some opportunities to be had. Excited about the CFI to Hydro Finance, the Dro drop, and I know Alter will be a part of that. This is a good time to mention. Did we already mention this is just educational entertainment information? This is not commercial advice, marital advice, medical advice, legal advice, and investment, financial advice of any kind. We're just sharing our research and understanding as we see fit.
This
If
is
not,
DGen.
this is all innovative. This is all new technology that people are experimenting with and learning together. It's new to humanity. It is yet to be understood. We're just kind of paving new ground here. That's what's happening.
Yeah, it's advice if you're a DGen and you want to be a DGen, and for the sake of being a DGen, and I'm just memeing. But I mean, like, I don't know if I'm pretty sure you're allowed to give advice on how to be degenerate. But yeah, no.
Yeah, well, I guess you're right. A man's got to do what he's good at. I have plenty of experience, so sure, why not?
No
Come on
worries.
down.
No worries, Rocking. We're here to help.
Yeah,
How
and
to?
also we're working towards a community event who are holding Alter. Perhaps RK, you want to drop some alpha about it.
Man, I actually I don't have anything approved, but if you have not joined the Alter Discord room, I definitely join it. We have a lot of giveaways, a lot of fun stuff. It's not just going to be your run of the mill boring. It really will be a good time.
You should do like virtual coffee dates, but through Alter.
Are you asking me on a date? I don't know about this,
No,
man.
no, no, no,
I'll
no.
run
I
it by
feel
my
like,
wife. We'll see what happens. I think
ooh, you know, that wasn't originally my angle, but I'm now considering it. But like, I
I'm
still
game. Let's
think
do
I'm
this, dude.
chasing Wise BB. He's just too great. You know, I'm sorry.
Right, what happened?
Huh?
Did something happen to my mic?
No,
I misunderstood.
no, it's all good.
But yeah, that would be cool to sit around and have. Well, you're already going to create exclusive groups, and there'd be like a Linda Richmond old coffee talk session we could have. Coffee talk. If anybody remembers the old Saturday Night Live with Mike Myers days, all right, that's old pop culture
So,
talk.
Lucas, you plan on doing a chat? Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
That is actually going to be one of our first events. It's going to be a chat challenge, and it really will be a race to 100. There's not going to be one winner. There will be multiple winners. Prizes definitely still have to be approved, so it's going to be a good fun time.
I'm excited. I I have a very a beautiful, small, growing, emerging community. So I don't know that I'll make the race to 100, but I wouldn't be surprised if over time I could make it. I definitely am excited about using Alter in this capacity more, and I would really the future of the stuff that Ryan and I like to talk about. Speaking of journalists, we cover economics and political economic things as well, and I prefer to be able to move my communication solely on things like Alter and what you guys are building out. I mean, using this specifically. So for us to be able to have groups where we can send newsletters out or just, information that we'd like to share privately, that is a little bit more off topic than our usual YouTube stuff, it would be great to be able to have a place to do that. So
I'm right there with you. A lot of people talk about crypto, crypto, crypto. It's for me, family. Chat drops. That's what my family's going to use, just right off the bat.
exactly. How are we doing? Oh man, you guys, we rocked it. It's 1:55. I mean, we brought it to an hour, and that's a lot of information. I don't want to wrap things up too early, but I think we've covered so much, and I don't want to stretch it out for an unusual amount of time for no reason. But I'll leave it open for any more questions. And if Scott, Archaic, Oscar, if any of you guys want to drop anything else before we wrap this up, feel free. Let's do it. But if not, I say we end this recording in the next few minutes and let people get back out to building. I mean, you guys have covered so much. I'm excited about this. We'll definitely, Ryan and I will definitely stay on top of sharing your latest developments as much as we can through our medium. And yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking the time, for all of you guys taking the time to talk about what you're doing, because you're doing so much. And I recognize it from being around crypto and blockchain for a while that there's not too many people that overpromise and underperform. That happens all the time. But to see people underpromising and overperforming, which is what I see you guys doing, that's a green flag. There's a lot of red flags all over the place, but it's nice when you see big big fat green flags in the middle of the day where the sun's just beating right on it. It's so. Thank you. It's refreshing.
Thank you as well. Thank you again, Lucas. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you, guys.
If there's no questions, we'll wrap it up. And until the next time, I say have a beautiful day and namaste, y'all.
Thank you for listening in on the Agents of the Roundtable Community AMA. Follow us on Twitter at secret_AOTRT and every Monday at 7 p.m. UTC in the Secret Network Discord.